The idea that Liz Truss, there's a new angle to all this Liz Truss rubbish. The idea that Liz Truss is going to be wheeled out to help negotiate some sort of deal and some sort of rapprochement with China is again absurd. And we know what her foreign policy achievements are. Her biggest foreign policy achievement is facing off with Lavrov at the beginning of the Ukraine-Russia war. Rather than stopping a war, she may even have contributed to starting it. So Liz Truss being wheeled out to help our negotiations with China, this is madness. At a time when we know problems between the West and China are difficult. Why? Because of the shooting down of the balloon across America yesterday, actually this morning. In fact, I spoke to somebody who has friends who watched from their back garden. The house shook as the balloon plummeted to earth and into the sea. So you can understand why Biden paused before shooting that balloon down while it was over American land itself. It was shot down just as it reached the sea. Really quite shocking. As I say, the house shook. There was a dreadful sound. The house shook. And the people that I spoke to said that they watched this balloon going down from their backyard. Really shocking. And that's the relationship between the West and China. I'm sure it can be improved, but if Liz Truss has got anything to do with it, well, I dread to think what could happen. Liz Truss, that person who manages a brief so well, that person who knows her geography, that person who is diplomatically adroit, that person who held office for so long, who can barely manage to get into the door of number 10 before she's booted out. We want to trust Liz Truss with anything. The only thing she should be trusted with is the boot from Parliament itself. She should have resigned her seat because she has done nothing of purpose since resigning from number 10. And she can do nothing of purpose. There is no future in Liz Truss. Similarly, Kwasi Kwarteng. People who are monumentally foolish have a duty to resign. People who have done something wicked or bad have a duty to resign. I do not understand why so many people are clinging on to office in this government when they have demonstrated again and again and again they cannot be trusted with high power. We must not tolerate this. It's not about being fair, it's about whether we can trust these people to act in our name because they are our representatives. Would you like to be represented by somebody who hasn't bothered to read her notes and doesn't know her geography and dares to tell somebody else what city is in his territory or not? I wouldn't. But that is the reality. I was represented by this person. I think it's wrong.